How do you think our lives would be different if we never met?
I would just go with my first thought, and that is that I would probably be, a little ratchet in the streets, probably still going back and forth with my ex, and probably would have had about 3 or 4 kids by now on accident. What are your top 3 favorite memories that we share?
Okay. First one off top is, we were going back and forth about this the other day about it being our first date or not. But like that first time we went to Disneyland, like right after we got together, I feel like that was a super special and vulnerable moment in our relationship. It was like the genesis of it. So I really enjoyed those times. I think another time was maybe a little selfish, but the proposal, first time we performed together, that was like a big moment for me. And a good memory for me, just because the nervousness of proposing and just the moment we created, being able to perform together for the first time, and just the atmosphere it was in, Third memory is, I don't want to say this, but like you bringing into the world. For me, that was like forever gonna be one of my best memories, even though it probably isn't for you. But
different
just
experience.
Yeah, different experiences for sure. But just seeing your strength, like it was just, I felt like a cheerleader for you. Like you were playing like an extreme sport, and I was just cheering you on the whole time. And just to see you execute, it was beautiful.
That's great. And I would have to say the wedding day and honeymoon.
Okay.
So all that as a one,
Okay.
Because even though I barely remember, because I feel like it went like a flash, I remember just being excited and happy about that. And, girls like to dress up and
Of course.
have a good time.
For sure. I think I'm next with the question.
Oh yeah,
wait.
you are.
Next question. What are you most proud of? What are you the most proud of what we have done as a couple?
That we've done?
As a couple, yeah.
I would have to say, one, our sustainability, and just how we've been able to be the difference. Because like one thing that's been kind of discouraging is looking around us and seeing, like all the broken relationships, but somehow, despite our differences, we've been able to weather the storm and still see the good and hold on to, God and each other. And that's what I'm just really proud of, because like it's been so many things that could have broke us, but we're still standing. And I don't think it's because it's just a thing to do. I think we really want this.
I'm just glad I haven't messed this up yet. Going back to earlier in our conversation, like I'm a mess sometimes, and by the grace of God, I haven't, done anything in our relationship or to our relationship to affect it in a way that's, the people, like some of the relationships around us that we saw and have been discouraged by, I'm grateful for our 4 going on 5 years in February, and look forward to more and building and, just being able to stand longer with you. But, thank you for having grace with me on that. And it's just a balancing act for me.
That's the scary part about it, because we didn't have mothers. So we don't have an example of what marriage should look like, what parenting should look like. We don't really have examples for that. Yeah. So it's just like, it's hard. It's like you have to figure out you're just making your way,
Yeah.
Just making your way. That's all I can say.
For sure.
What are you hesitant to tell me? That's a good one. Be very honest.
I think I'm more hesitant to tell you about my shameful moments that I have of just, what I struggle with sometimes, and to keep, we're going to be 100%, just temptations and things like that, like just struggling with those type of things as a man. I struggle with telling you because of the shame that comes with it. But I also know that sharing those moments with you saves our relationship and our marriage. How you look at me is very important if you haven't realized that through our relationship. Whenever, I feel misunderstood by something, or, I don't feel like I'm being perceived right, is when it makes me most frustrated. So I view your perception of me highly, and it's pretty shameful and embarrassing to tell you some of those things sometimes. So they're always hard to do, but I somehow find some way to share them with you.
I didn't realize how much I had an effect on you until I saw you cry for the first time. Mm-hmm. And I didn't know what to do when I saw that. I was like,
that on blast, huh?
Oh my God, I don't know what to... I mean, we've been together for a long time now, so if you ain't cried by now, something's wrong. But no, like, for real, like, I think that, we're told to have a certain perspective, that men should be a certain way, like, but a lot of times we as women, we need to see that side of our men so that we understand, because if we just think you guys are just so strong and without emotion, like, and we don't know how we fit in that it's hard. And I think that was something that kind of like made me realize, like, let me be more conscious of how I say things. I'm still working on it, of course. But how I say things and what I say, because it actually affects you. Yeah. But before that, I was just like,
Okay. Hopefully we're doing good on time. This is a good question. What is the biggest sacrifice you have made I haven't acknowledged?
I want to say motherhood. I feel like I'm like, if this happened again, I'm not going to do nothing, because I feel like it's your turn. I'm not doing nothing. You better go grow a breast, because you're going to breastfeed too, because I'm not doing anything for the next child if it happens. I think it's more natural for the woman to do it. But it's just a lot, from the changes in your body to the weight gain to, the hormone imbalance. And then, getting used to a newborn. It's been really hard. A lot of that stuff. I know that I'm hard on myself too, but that's definitely something that I'm like, oh no, like I feel like sometimes I feel alone in that, but I know I'm not alone, but it doesn't stop the feeling of it. It doesn't stop feeling like resentful sometimes or angry. So.
Yeah. No, it's good. I understand. We had this conversation the other day, so I get it. It's not surprising for me. I'll try, like I already kind of explained, like I definitely want to be better in my communication and taking initiative with you when it comes. I had my own perspective that I lived in about it, which wasn't very helpful to you because, again, you're going through all these changes with your body, mentality, having to work. I'm working and doing all this other stuff, but I can even see that when we were on equal playing fields, you were working just as much as me, even sometimes more. It's still, there were still things that you were doing more, so I definitely get it,
So.
Yeah. Something for us to work on.
If this was our last conversation, what is something you never want me to forget? That's deep. I already know you ready because you probably already thought it through.
No, I haven't. That's a deep question.
Really, you haven't?
Nah. I mean, I do think of that a lot, but not.
You be thinking about things like that all the time.
Not in the specifics. I think I don't know. I mean, can you answer first? Because I don't think I have a proper answer right now.
If this was our last conversation, I would want you to know that you're not the reason for most of my pain. Most of my pain is like internal from not growing up with a father or a mother and still dealing with that abandonment, rejection, and insecurities and things like that. So a lot of the things that you've seen was nothing to do with you. I think that you are a great father, that I sincerely love you, and I'm glad that I met you.
Thank you for that. I appreciate that. If this is our last conversation, I would want you, something you never want me to forget. I mean, I don't want you to forget everything that I do. Its intention is because I believe in you and I want to see you thrive. I want you to go for it still and not be, swept away by life. All right, let me ask this last question that I have. Why do you love me?
Why do I love you? I love you because of your heart for people. I think that's something that I always think about, even when we were friends, because of the person you are. Like, you're very genuine, nice, loving, and caring, and like, just the way you think. Even though I hate that you played the devil's advocate like 90% of your life, I still love that, one, you give people the benefit of the doubt, and two, you think things through. You're a reflection of me, even though we're very different. Yeah. So.
Thank you. Made me blush a couple times. I love you because, like, you're a dreamer. I mean, I think that's, like, one of the reasons why I fell in love with you at first, because you go big and you're not scared to go bigger than life itself sometimes, and I love that. Also your heart too, like your heart for people, just your power. You're very powerful, and I think sometimes, you don't recognize that, but yeah, you're powerful, and I love that.
Hey, it's Ashika here from The Skin Deep. Thank you so much for being here and watching this conversation. If you want to have more meaningful conversations like this at home, some of our best questions are in this card game right here. To check it out, go to shop.theskindeep.com. Thank you.